We had a network of cab companies up and down the East Coast in major US cities like Boston, Philly, New York, and it was going reasonably well. And then 9/11 happened and the bottom fell out. Parents weren't traveling to see their kids for parents' weekends. There was an anthrax scare, so direct mail completely went to nil. And I was literally on my knees just asking God, what am I supposed to do? Because it felt really crummy to lose money for my friends and family. And I really felt convicted that although I'd become a Christian a few years earlier, I was doing this for my own glory and my own ends, and that this was really God's company and I was here to steward it. And so I said, okay, well, I will run this as your steward. Let's do that. I made a deal with the local cab company in Atlanta to sell their corporate accounts, the ones that they invoice on my taxi cab card. Nobody gives away their client list, right? So they gave me their client list. I called 300 clients. I signed up 2 of them, and one of them wanted chauffeured cars instead of taxi cabs. So I'm 22. I knew nothing about chauffeured cars, but I said, sure, I'll set you up chauffeured cars. And one referral led to another, and that was the first private aviation company that we got. And this was now early 2002. TSA had started, and a lot of people that had the means were choosing to charter aircraft rather than to fly commercial, and they didn't know who should pick them up on the backside. And so that was really the genesis of Fortis, was becoming chauffeurs and security for really the world's most discerning travelers. Started because we failed into it and had to pivot.
I love that term, failed into it.
That's right. Wasn't part of a grand plan,
No.
or at least my grand plan. In 2015, we had a few clients that just said, we've been using you. We understand your service. We just don't think you're worth what you're charging. That one stung a little bit because we hadn't had that up until that point. People that had grown deep into a relationship, they knew we were a premium service, but they weren't really reluctant to pay our pricing. And through a variety of conversations that we had, and this was also in the wake of the Paris attacks at the end of 2015, we understood that the main thing that we needed to communicate to our clients was that we were the most secure form of ground transportation. Literally, all we did was come up with a PDF with a few bullet points that somebody who's booking a private jet can send to the principal who is flying the private jet and say, this is why you should use Fortis. And for one client, we went from less than 50% of our quotes being accepted to about 80% acceptance.